Okay, you guys, let's try this again and see if we can get it to work. All right, so if you haven't been here with me before on Transformation Tuesday, I hop on here and I interview some pretty amazing people who use our nutritional cleansing system. And we're having a couple of technical difficulties getting Julie on, so let's try this. I'm trying to invite her on. So we jump back off, and I'm going to see if, we're connecting! Success! Hi, Julie!
Hello!
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes. Oh my gosh. It must have been
Oh,
something crazy before. I
I'm
don't
telling
know.
you, technology. I could see your beautiful face and I could hear you, but I was not coming through.
Yeah, no, I knew that there was something weird going on. So I'm excited that you're on.
Oh my
Um,
gosh, thank you. I'm so excited to be here tonight with you.
I'm so excited to have you. So I was just explaining to everyone what this is. On Tuesdays, I interview people who use our nutritional cleansing system so that everyone can see that these are real people with real results and real success stories of, what people have experienced. And, maybe you're curious and you want to learn more, or maybe you know somebody who's looking for a solution like weight loss or energy or performance or healthy aging, and you can hear these stories, and maybe this will be a solution that could change your life just like it's changed ours too. So that's what I do on Tuesdays, and I am so excited to have Julie with me today. She's such a rock star. She's an amazing mom and a great friend of mine. So thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much. I'm
Of
looking forward.
course. So how long have you been using our nutritional cleansing system?
So it has been almost 2 years.
Oh,
Since I started the nutritional system. The end of December, I ordered my very first pack in preparation for those New Year's resolutions that so many people jump on with. And so really, I'm just a very 2 months away from a 2 year
wow.
anniversary. Yeah,
That's
very excited.
awesome. And you
I'm
ordered at a time
yes.
like where you're right in the holidays.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, enjoying the holidays as we all do, it was the perfect way to come out and reset, and to start the new year off right. And it was such a blessing, and has been such a blessing in my life and in my family's life over these last almost 2 years.
Oh, that's amazing. So you originally at first said no to the system,
Oh
right? Is that correct?
yeah, yes, that is true. That is
So
true. I said no for a very long time before I said yes.
how long was it? I did not know that. How long was it?
Oh my goodness, I bet you it was probably almost a year, if not a little over a year, of being a part of our product page and watching these amazing transformations and hearing these testimonials. And talking with our friend Carla over and over again, and just my interest and my curiosity continued to build, before I realized that if this is happening for so many people, why can it not happen for me? I need to give myself an opportunity to feel better and to sleep better, to be a better mom, to be a better wife, and just to feel better in my own skin, which I, at that point in time, was not at all. And so I was with that hesitation that you hear so many people talk about can this really work? You never know unless you give yourself that time. And starting the 30-day system in the month of January, coming right off the holidays and all that wonderful food, and all the celebrations with family and friends, was just such an incredible way to kickstart that new year for me. And it did not take long before I was hooked, and I realized that it was, for real. It was legitimate. It was something that was going to have a profound impact on my health. And I recognized that in just a very short period of time after beginning.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. You guys, thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching us live, don't hesitate to ask questions. We'd love to help you in any way that we can. So you talked a little bit about, you know, you were in this page and you kept seeing these testimonies, and if it could work for someone else, then it maybe it'll work for me. Is that
Yes.
kind of what was your ultimate decision? Like what made you want to change? Like what was it that really made you decide, oh, I'm gonna go for this?
Well, my interest in learning more about the nutritional cleansing program was because I wasn't feeling comfortable in my own skin. I was tired. I had two small boys at that time. Not that they're not small now, but now they're 8 and 6. They're big boys, and so I was not. I was crashing every day when I was picking them up from preschool. I needed a nap in the afternoon. I did not have the energy to keep up with these two rambunctious little guys. And I have never been someone who ate breakfast. And as a busy mom, I was just going and going and going. And I was realizing that, it would be 2 or 3 in the afternoon and I'd barely had a glass of water. I hadn't eaten anything all day long. I wasn't taking care of myself the way that I needed to. And I was starting to catch up with me. I was almost 40. It was catching up with me. And I knew that I needed to do something different. So that was where my interest came in learning about this program. And after watching it for almost a whole year, I realized that this was kind of the time that big number was coming. And I needed to be in a better place for myself and for my children and for my husband. And so I went for it. And it was really the excitement that I had seen over that time watching the product page from so many incredible transformations. How it was impacting people that were looking to lose weight, how it was impacting people who needed more energy to just keep up with their family and the demands of their daily life, and how it was impacting people's lives financially, which was never, I said no to that aspect for a whole year before I even started sharing with others, because that for me wasn't what was driving that decision. For me, it was about my health, and really feeling better. And from the nutritional standpoint that I knew I wasn't getting. And then in starting that, I was feeling so much better so quickly. Energy came abound in a few short weeks. And then this extra weight that I had that I didn't even necessarily knew that I needed, was released. And I've never looked back. I've kept all of that off for a year and a half. So it's been an amazing journey for me, this last 2 years.
I love that. And I love how you shared like it's so true. Like don't you truly believe that this system helps us be at our best and like be the best moms that we can be? Like to me
It
that
absolutely.
yeah.
When you have the energy,
Oh
and you're
yeah.
feeling healthy and you're feeling at your best, that just exudes through every other aspect of your life. And so that absolutely has had such a profound impact on everything that I touch, but especially on the family and the boys, and just being able to chase after them even more.
Oh, I love that. So let me ask you this question, and I know that I gave you the questions beforehand, and this is kind of a little bit astray, but what about the culture? So, like you talked about, this having an impact on your kids just from you being the best mom that you can be. But have you learned things just from being a part of the culture of our beautiful family that
Oh,
have like translated into things you're teaching your kids?
well, yes, absolutely. The culture of this company is incredible, and it's being with others that have this like-mindedness about just health. It just is so exciting, and it motivates you to do more, to share more, to be more. And that definitely carries over into the life lessons that you teach your children. Your children are watching you make different decisions about your health. They're watching you. My boys ask questions. They love the products. My two boys, my youngest one especially. If I make a shake, he has to have a shake. Sometimes he'll come home from school and he'll ask for one, and then he'll show me. He'll flex his muscles, and he'll be like, "Look at me, I'm getting stronger every day." But it's wonderful because I feel like it really is helping them to just understand how important it is to take care of your body, how to take care of yourself, and how that can impact you and how you show up in the world every day.
Oh yeah, I love that, and I love that you share that because my 2-year-old, like, I can't even. I have to hide in the closet to drink my shake if I if I don't want to have to share it.
Yeah,
So,
I pretty much share almost everything that we got, and his favorite bars right now are the our holiday s'mores bars. So he's going through those quite rapidly.
that's so awesome. So, you've been doing this for about 2 years now. What's been the most challenging thing along the way for you, just from like getting to your physical goals that you've been wanting to get to?
Well, for me, the challenging part has just been stepping out of my comfort zone. I felt better very quickly. I lost weight very quickly. All of that came so much faster than I even had expected it to. And so that part of the journey was incredible for me. Where my challenge has come, as I said, stepping out of that comfort zone. I don't like to exercise, and and I don't like to sweat very much. So that has been the motivation for me. As my energy has increased, as I've seen my body change, I have this desire to get out, to move a little bit more, to start to change some of the physicality of my body, toning up a little bit more, having strength. Those types of things are really where my goals are coming at now. But that is a mind shift for me because I have to look at exercise differently than what I have. And so that's been my challenge. Just this month, I joined a gym for the first time
Ah,
ever,
that's exciting.
and so I've been doing something very out of my comfort zone. But it's time, it's time for me to kind of take this to the next level so that I can really get to ultimately where I want to be. And then once I get there, I'll sure I'll want something more, but that'll be fantastic.
That's awesome. So, let me ask you this. You talked about, stepping out of your comfort zone, and everybody's results are different with these products. Like
Yes.
everyone's results are different, and everybody achieves certain things at different rates, and they don't cure, treat, or prevent any diseases. But has the majority of what you've achieved been without exercise?
Yes. Yes. Pretty much almost every bit of it. Now, when I did first start the program, as I said, I had this abounding energy come. And so a couple of my girlfriends decided that we were going to run a 5K. And again, mind you, I did not exercise at that point in time. I did not run. No, it was a big joke for a while about the sweating and the putting on athletic gear to go out and to actually do something. But I did. And so for probably a month and a half or two, kind of at the beginning of my journey, I would say probably month 3 and 4, I was training for a 5K. And so I was running a little bit during that time. But once that 5K was over, the weather got hot down here in Atlanta, and that was the end of that. And so since then, aside from some walking and some things like that, and that has not been consistent. So most of what I have achieved has really just been through my diet, and just how my body has been coming into balance on its own.
Wow, that's unbelievable. That's amazing. It really is putting in your body what you really need. That's how you get the results from the
Yeah,
beginning.
it
Of course.
absolutely is true. When you put amazing nutrition in your body on a regular basis, and you're giving yourself what you're not getting. I mean, even if you eat really well, and you have super clean diets, we're still not getting everything that we need. And that's a fact that you've seen in many different articles. And so nutritionally, those deficits that we have, this really helps to just replace that and to make sure that we are getting what we need. And in doing just that, our bodies then have the opportunity to be the miracle that they are, and to bring themselves into balance, to release the weight, to find the energy, that really will come naturally just by using the products. And then the rest of that energy, you get yourself out and you do some exercise, you do some things that helps to enhance that, and to help that along even faster. You
Build
know, my
that lean
results
muscle.
might have been even different had I been doing that at the time, but I'm slow on that.
That's okay. That I think I commend you very much for stepping outside of your comfort zone to exercise because especially if that's something that you're not comfortable with and you've achieved such amazing results and success with what you've done without exercising, I think that it takes a lot of courage to do that, to step outside that comfort zone and to walk into a gym. Sometimes that can be really intimidating.
Oh, well, you know what? I think that's a lot of why I did not do that. I remember back in college, like going to those jazzercise classes and stuff with my girlfriends and being so uncomfortable in those types of settings, with just everybody looking at everybody and whatnot. It just that was not my scene. And the
Huh.
fact that a few experiences like that was enough for me to say, okay, I'm good to find something else to do. But then it becomes that. The consistency in that, or finding something that will then drive you to find whatever it is that you're passionate about, because some people play tennis, some people run, some people bike. Everybody has what it is that they really enjoy, and once you find that, well, then that makes exercising and being healthier that much easier to do. For me, I never really found that kind of niche, but it's gotten to a point where I'm excited about just getting stronger and developing some more lean muscle and whatnot, and kind of changing my body composition and with respect to that. So it'll be an exciting chapter.
Oh yeah, I can't even wait to see what your results look like after you like hit the gym for a while. Hey Courtney, thanks for jumping on.
Hey, Courtney. Hey, Mandy.
This is so cool. This is my second time doing this. I love this because I can see all the comments and stuff on Zoom. It's hard to because I have to have another computer. Um, so what for you was the most, oh, we talked about the most challenging thing along the way. So
Hmm.
you talk about how you have achieved so much success, not even having to step outside your comfort zone. What do you think were the keys to that success? Like what are things that you did that really helped you along the way to stay on track and be so successful?
With regards to just the nutritional program,
Yeah,
or
to
with
your
being
health.
to shape. Okay,
Like
with my
to
health.
being energy, getting that energy. Was it sticking to the schedule? What were things that you did? Like if you're someone who has a hard time sticking to a schedule, what did you implement that helped you along the way?
Well, I'll tell you, one of the things that I love so much about this system and why I'm still using it 2 years later is because it is so convenient and it is so flexible. That is what made it easy for me just out of the from the get-go. Knowing that, yes, I need to, if I have my two shakes every day, which for me was welcomed, given the fact that I wasn't eating breakfast every day and half the time I was skipping lunch. How hard is it to make delicious shakes that take 10 or 15 seconds to whip up? So it was that ease and that convenience that really helped me to sustain the program. But aside from that, when you look and consider how flexible it can be, that every day can be different, that it is a lifestyle. It is not a diet. There is no restriction. I'm still able to enjoy my wine and my cocktails with my husband, although we do make them more clean, less sugar, more agave, things like that. Like we've changed that aspect of our indulgences, but we love a good cocktail. And not being able to do that on a regular basis and enjoy that with him when we want them was something that I wasn't willing to part with. So having the opportunity to be able to live my life and have a piece of cake and do those things, and not be guilty, feel guilty about it, not be stressed about, oh my goodness, how many calories have I had? How am I going to make this up? Or, I'm going to need to cleanse every twice a week for the next month just to make up for this. Like, when your body comes into balance and you're able to enjoy your life and enjoy the things that you love and know that you're getting the nutrition that you need, it's just freeing. It absolutely is freeing. I've never been someone who was chained to a scale and checked that on a regular basis, because for me that was very mental, and so that's always been something that I've shied away from. But I hear so many of our friends that have found that freedom over the course of their time on the program, that you're able to trust that you can be happy and you can indulge and you move forward, and you don't need to be worried about being on a scale every day to see if you've got up a pound or down a pound, because once your body comes into balance, your body finds that natural weight and it's able to maintain it. And if you have an overindulgent period, then you reset yourself with a cleanse day or two, and then you're back on track, and you can do that without any kind of guilt.
Oh, I love that. I love that you share that too, because that's my favorite thing. Because I'm all about convenience. I am not, that's one thing, especially if you're clean eating and you're like pre-planning meals and doing meal prep and all that stuff. That I'm not for that. Like that is so hard
That
for
takes a
me.
lot of effort, and when you are a mama of little people, that's just time sometimes that you don't have.
Yeah, and if I can't make it to the grocery store, then I can have a shake. It's literally
Oh yeah.
delivered right to my door. So I love that you share that. Um, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years in our company?
Oh, in the next 5 years, well, I will certainly. I'm an ISA lifer, so that is a non-negotiable. I will still be loving and using these products every day. But my goals for myself in terms of having experienced this now for the time that I have, and as I shared, it took me a year before I really even was telling people what I was doing and how amazing it has been for my health. And my husband, he joined me a few months into it and has had just incredible results as well. And I had some family and friends like see what was happening with us and ask and become a part, and they have had incredible results and are so pleased. But it took me about a year, when I was coming up on my anniversary, to think, why am I not sharing this with the people that I love, like my friends and people that I love, that I know that need more energy, that I know are struggling to release some unwanted pounds. Why am I not doing this? And so it was really this past February um, that I made the decision that I was going to start intentionally sharing with people, and so that's what I've been doing. And so for myself, in 5 years, my goal is to continue to see my own business evolve from that, and maybe be 2 star or 3 star 5 years from now. I mean, who knows, right? Like, it's all about how hard how you work and what you make of it and what you put into it. But there is no greater gift than being able to share this with the people that you love and see them give themselves that opportunity and have success with it, and light up from the inside and be comfortable in their own skin and be happy. It There is no greater joy than that. Absolutely. And so I just look forward to continuing to share and to continue to see that over the next 5 years. And then wherever that takes me will be amazing, because it's already been a journey greater than I could have imagined when I said yes 2 years ago.
Oh, I love that. I love everything that you just shared. It's funny, I can really relate to you not wanting to share with other people in the beginning because I didn't tell people about this for like 10 years. So I can totally, totally relate to that. So do you believe that anyone's capable of achieving the success that you've achieved so far?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It is about just letting people know what gift we have found, and showing them the solutions and giving them an opportunity to experiencing that, and by just doing that simple thing, and doing it consistently, you can achieve whatever your greatest dream is. It really is up to you, what you want. And for some people, they start out and they just want an uncomfortable bill to be covered, and then they attain that, and that goal changes. you can make it be whatever it is that you want to be, whether it's just a side income, a plan B, or whether the goal is to really replace a full-time income, or beyond that. I mean, whatever your wildest imagination is 100% possible. 100% possible.
Yes, it definitely is. I totally agree with that. So, going back to where you were about 2 years ago, December, going into the new year, thinking
Yes.
about what you felt like in your body before starting Isogenics and watching all those transformations go by, seeing, what if this could help me? Putting yourself back in that place. What's one thing that you could share with someone who might be watching, who, may be skeptical about this, who may
Hmm.
be in a really bad place? They might be a little bit down. Maybe things aren't financially where they want them to be in their life. What's one thing that you could share with that person that could maybe help them move forward a little bit or get to a better place?
Well, I think what is important to keep in mind is that everyone deserves to feel their best. And if you are in a situation where you're not feeling your best physically, maybe even financially, you're in a situation where things are tough, this is a vehicle to help you achieve those goals. You can absolutely um, feel well in a short period of time. You can achieve financial freedom, and it takes you wanting it. It takes that desire, and that bravery to take a trusted step forward. Borrow the faith of whomever has shared this with you. Listen to those stories, watch those testimonials, and borrow those people's faith and step out and give yourself the 30 days to try and see how much of a difference you can experience in just that short period of time, and then continue from there. But give yourself the opportunity, because you won't regret it.
I love that. And I love that you put it that way because sometimes we forget that we deserve to feel our best. No one wants to see anyone be the mom who falls asleep on the couch. Everybody wants you to be successful and to feel amazing. So I love that you share that. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. It's been amazing having you on tonight. I'm so
Thank you.
happy that you decided to join me.
You. Oh, I am so grateful for the opportunity. And it's always so nice to see you.
It's wonderful to see you too, Julie. Well, thank you so much. Do you have anything that you want to add really quick before we hop off for the night?
Anything else I want to add? I would just say that for everyone who's been watching, just to first of all say thank you for taking the time out to watch and to listen to my story and to be here with Jacqueline and myself. But if this program is something that you've been thinking about for a while, and maybe are still skeptical about, take a moment and reach out to Jacqueline, reach out to myself, reach out to whomever has shared this with you, and talk about it. And give them an opportunity to help you see that this is something that could really be life changing for you. Wherever you are in your life right now, whatever it is that you need, that can be attained. That can be attained.
I love that because this program has blessed my life for 13 years, and I couldn't even imagine what my life would be like without it. I would be in a very, very, very different place without it. So I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. You guys, thank you so much for being on. Courtney, it's so good to see you
Oh,
on.
hey, Courtney!
Ryan, thanks for hopping on with us. Does anybody who's on live have any questions before we hop off? Of course, Tina, thanks for hopping on with us. I really appreciate it. All right. Well, I will end it for tonight. Thank you guys so much. Thanks again,
Thank
Julie.
you.
It's so great to see
Thanks,
you.
Jacqueline. So wonderful to see you. Thanks for this opportunity. I
Of
look forward
course.
to see you in person, hopefully sometime real soon.
Yes, and I didn't realize how close we are because I'm in
I
Fayetteville.
know.
So
Well, we are not. We are not all that far from one another, so
No,
we need to do that soon.
we do need to do that soon. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Julie. Bye,
Thank
you
you. You have
guys.
a wonderful night. Bye,
You too.
everybody. All right. Bye.